Hi, hello friends. Welcome to Yoke Stock English. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and give me a like if you like the video. And if you think this video is useful to someone, please share it. And as I said, I have a Telugu channel as well. If anybody want a Telugu video, obviously I'm making same video, English and Telugu. So I'll post that link in the description. Okay, what I wanted to cover in this video is particularly in port of entry, H1B or F1 or any other people are definitely there. They are just going through a hard time. In the CBP officers are checking deep and deep and deep. If they find anything in your previous track record, obviously some people are getting deported, or some people are, they are asked for a extreme vetting, and they're asking several different questions, whether you are lawfully living in the country, or if you are an H1B holder, are you paying tax? Are you lawfully living? Are you doing a proper job or not? So these kind of things actually going through. If anybody you are traveling from any country coming into the United States, please prepare yourself. In today's video, I'm going to share a couple of examples which I've just spoken to my friend yesterday. So he told me what exactly happening in the port of entry, because he just recently traveled to India and he came back with his family, and he just went through a couple of questions, but he was okay. He's a green card holder and he didn't have much issues. But when you compare the difference between now and the previous journey he had, he was surprised to the questions that they asked by the CBP officer, and a couple of other things that I will share with you. So his family was asked, actually, they didn't ask for a employment, they didn't ask for a bank statement. They are asking very silly questions, don't know why. So which school your son is going, and why did they let you go for a 1 month holiday? How can the school allowed your children to, I mean, they went for a 1 month holiday because of they have a wedding. So how can they go for a 1 month holiday? How can the school allow children to go for a 1 month holiday? How long you've been living in this country? So some weird questions, and then they let them out, so they don't have any issues and they're fine. And a few other issues that he told me, a couple of his friends had in the port of entry. Actually, one person had at the point of entry, he is a H1B visa holder. He recently moved from OPT to H1B visa. Actually, recently means not now, but just he didn't have a job in the past, but just 1 month back he got a job. He went to India and he came back. So the CBP officer asked him to open the bank account. He said, I don't have a mobile data. So he said, go upstairs, there is a room, sit down there, I give you username, password, and connect your mobile, open your app and show me the bank statement. I wanted to see that you are really working in a company, you're getting paid, so, and your company letter. All these three they are asking. So he went to the room, he sat down there and he logged into the internet and he opened the bank statements, and he's shown that bank statement. Fortunately, he's a very lucky person that he didn't have a job for the past 6-7 months, but last month back he got a job and he got paid 10th and he landed on 15th. So this 5 days gap saved him. So he was showing that on 10th of whatever the month, for example, take it as a February or March, so that I have received a salary, and he's shown pay slips from his email. This is my pay slip and this is the salary. So they let him out. So this is one issue. So they are checking your bank statements and they are checking company letters, and so you please be careful and carry everything. Okay, the next second thing which I wanted to share with you, the same thing, actually this is also happened to one of my, I mean, not his immediate friend, but his friend. He shared the information with him, actually. So he is also a H1B visa holder. He traveled all the way from India. He landed in the airport at the port of entry. A CBP officer asked him to show his employee letter and the emails of his personal emails. He shown everything, and then he said, he wanted to see the bank statements. So this person opened up his bank statements and he shown his bank statements. That's where he got caught. That he had two salaries in his account, means like he was working, he is doing two jobs. So immediately, one after the other, within the couple of days gap, he received two salaries. Then they have asked him, like, why did you receive these two salaries? He said, I am working. Obviously, they have no choice. He said, like, I am working in two companies and I'm doing two jobs. They immediately deported him back to India. So there is no other choice for him. I mean, they will sit down with him and ask so many questions at the end. Finally, the outcome is they have deported him. So as a H1B holder, you are not supposed to do jobs. That's what I know. If I'm wrong, anyone please correct me. I mean, the H4 EAD, yes, they can, because they are a dependent, they can do multiple jobs, but as a H1B holder, you can only do one job. So because of two salaries he received in his bank statement, so that's why they deported him. Another thing you have to keep in mind, that don't do any cash deposits into your account, because you're not generally we are not allowed to. Small cash deposits is fine, but I mean, some people are working in two companies and they're taking as a cash, or I heard, this is what I heard. If you are taking a money as a cash and you're depositing into your account, if someone check this bank statement at the port of entry, you will definitely be in trouble at the time. So be careful and check before you travel. And another thing, the third one I wanted to share with you is, like, one person, this is also a true story that I heard from someone. They landed in an airport. The CBP officers asked him, the company, not his where the H1B visa, the company where he's working, the client actually. So client manager email ID, client manager phone number, only the two things they asked him. They didn't ask him anything, no pay slips, no bank statement, nothing in this particular story. So he given him the client manager phone number and email. So they asked him to sit in somewhere. They went and sent the email to the client manager. So he is a very fortunate person, a very lucky, that immediately he was, for some reason, he was checking his emails, his manager. He has a job. There is no issues for him. He has a job and he's working for a client. There is no problem for him. So fortunately, they were checking the emails and he immediately replied to the customs officers, CBP officers. And after half an hour or 1 hour, I think CBP officers came back and, okay, thank you for waiting, and we have received an email from your company that you're genuinely working, so you're now good to go. So that means this is an example case that before you going on holiday, you tell your employer or client or wherever you are working, tell them, I am going to India, I am coming back so and so date. When I am landing at the airport, anything can happen. So I may send CBP officers may send an email or they may call you. So before you start your journey, alert them, whoever is your manager. Because sometimes, what happens, if it is a weekend, we don't monitor emails. We don't, if it is a office calls, we don't literally take. In case if that somebody landing on a Saturday or a Sunday, if you send an email to a company email ID, who's going to check? Obviously, your manager is not going to be all the time checking his emails, right? So I know we have emails on the phone nowadays, but if it is a company phone, obviously we will ignore it. So you must tell your manager that I am landing on so and so date, so and so flight, so and so time, or even before you start, also alert them, so that they keep checking emails or any phone calls. Sometimes your manager may on holiday. In that situations, like, they you can ask someone else to keep an eye on emails, or you take some other, next whoever the manager is. And also, you better carry the employment letter always with you, whoever the H1B visa holding, your consultant or whatever, a client or whatever it is. Just take a letter with you, carry a letter at all times, that this person is so and so working in this company, and some information about your employment, all this what you are doing. So just an employee letter, safe side, because in a port of entry, anything can happen. Anybody can ask you any questions. Sometimes they depend on their mood. They may not ask you anything. You can just say simply go, but so you never know. So these kind of things are happening. So please be careful. Okay, friends, if you like this video, please share with someone else and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.